Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter, and if you are new to the channel, every week I break down a list in the Star Wars comics, novels, TV series, and more. This week we have a novelization, as well as 2 comics to talk about. So the novelization is Solo, a Star Wars story. This is written by Mur Lafferty, I hope I pronounced that right, and I did get the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, which gives you this awesome double-sided poster look at. You have Han and his gang, and flip it over, you have Enfys Nest and the Cloud Riders. So super cool. Also included in the novelization are a few pages of stills from the movie, so it's always nice to see those alternate angles of different scenes. Pretty cool. So as far as the novelization in the content is concerned, I didn't finish it yet. I'm going to have my review for you guys up later in the week, but what I can tell you from what I've read is this is very much akin to the previous The Last Jedi novelization, where this is also the expanded edition, which includes additional scenes such as a new opening. There's different threads of different plot lines that definitely get fleshed out more. The tone is awesome. The pacing is just as good as the film, even better. So far, you're going to enjoy this if you enjoyed Solo. I would definitely recommend it right now. But yes, look forward to that review later in the week. Next up, we have Star Wars issue number 53, and no, you are not seeing things. That is Han Solo in an X-Wing flight suit. Unfortunately, we don't even see that happen in this comic, although I think it will in issue number 54. So let's get right into it. This is part 4 of Hope Dies, and we have the rebellion in shambles as Darth Vader has come in with his flagship Executor and is really causing havoc on Makata base thanks to the treasonous Queen Trios, who has, basically betrayed the Alliance and locked down all the systems, so they have trouble getting their fighters scrambled to defend against the Empire. Well, we pick up from the last issue where we have Rogue Squadron. That's right, the formation of Rogue Squadron with Luke and Wedge and a bunch of other pilots, and they are going to try to alert the rest of the ships to open their bay doors so that they can get their fighters out there and protect and try to get the heck out of there, because the Empire is crushing them. And that's one thing that's so good about this issue, is the sense of urgency. We have Leia, who takes front and center in this issue, and she's constantly getting bombarded, and there's cruisers of the rebellion that are getting destroyed, and you really feel like there's that sense of risk and that sense of danger throughout, which I really appreciate. So this issue is all about Rogue Squadron, their first flight, their first mission, I guess you can call it. They're causing distractions from the ties. They are trying to get these fighters out of their other ships. Meanwhile, you have Leia, who comes up with this crazy plan where she's going to basically look like Queen Trios and try to board the Executor to get their ships to safety, because that contains some sort of code that she needs to get her ships to safety. And we also have Han Solo, who is also flying with Rogue Squadron. So overall, this is a very enjoyable issue. I instantly was looking more forward to these Star Wars issues once I found out that Rogue Squadron was formed in the last issue. So yeah, cannot wait for issue number 54. But first, let's talk about the specifics in this issue. First off, the artwork. This battle. Yes, you might say some bad things about Salvador LaRocca and his facial kind of style of drawing, but he has gotten better, I think. Plus, his space combat scenes are pretty much second to none. This guy does a fantastic job of drawing X-Wings and TIE fighters and ships, the big cruisers and all the explosions. Just terrific artwork that really just sucks you in and is so kinetic and just moves along with each frame. I did like seeing the Falcon getting badly damaged. I mean, you even hear Han himself make a reference to Solo. He said, "I don't think the Falcon's been this damaged since my Kessel run." So that was a really cool thing. And just seeing the Falcon like that, so damaged, just kind of made me cringe a little bit. And finally seeing Leia lead that charge, just going with General Draven. So it's nice seeing him. They have these Spec Force troops. They are hiding aboard Queen Trios' ship to kind of confuse the Imperials on there. They get out there and they just take out the officer, but Darth Vader is right behind them. He's coming in his TIE Advance. So it's going to be very interesting to see what this next issue has in store. And this was a great, fun, action-heavy issue, which really has been the entire arc. It's been very action-heavy, but that is very much appreciated because it is called Star Wars. And finally, the last issue we have is Doctor Aphra Annual number 2. This is also subtitled as Win-Loss and Knock. So this story centers around these two brand new characters, Win-Loss, who is a human, and we have Knock, who is a female Trandoshan, which is very interesting because I don't think we've ever seen a female Trandoshan. Anyway, these two are actually a married couple, and they are hunters, and they are tasked with a mission to get this monster alive. They aren't going to kill it. And who do you know that hires them for the job? It is Doctor Aphra. So this whole story, again, it's a one-shot because it's an annual, and it's not connected to anything we've seen before. I don't even know where this is in the timeline, to be honest with you. But Apra is basically guiding these hunters along, and they are going through this Indiana Jones kind of trial where they are going through these archaeological dig sites, and they're trying to avoid all these pitfalls of these daggers and different things, traps firing around. Well, we finally get to the end where they finally get to this monster after seeing all these other failed attempts by these other hunters who are all dead all over this crypt type place. And, well, it's actually Dr. Aphra that was inside of this monster. Basically, she played these fools like she does for most people, and she doesn't even pay them, and basically their mission was from her to actually get her to get freed from this monster that actually swallowed her whole. So she's contacting every single hunter in the sector to try to have them get her out of there because she can't get on her own because there's this kind of sonar type sound wave thing where it's impossible to penetrate the carcass of this animal, which is very ancient. So anyway, she totally dupes these hunters, but hey, in the bright side, she says, hey, I eliminated all of your competition, so now you are the best hunters in the sector. So yes, it's definitely got that whole Dr. Aphra vibe, which you would expect because it's got the same writer. It's got Spurrier on this issue as well, who does the main series of Dr. Aphra. So getting into the things that I specifically liked is the mention of King Piranha. You might recognize that is the name from the person that tasked Han Solo with getting those the big roly ball things in The Force Awakens. I cannot think of the name right now, which is really bothering me. It'll probably come back to me in a second. Another thing I want to talk about, the Rathtars, that's what it is. Another thing I liked is that this female Trandoshan, Knock, she's a little bit different than your normal Trandoshan. Yes, she is a hunter, which most, Trandoshans grow up to be, but first off, she doesn't kill. That is not in her MO to kill these animals. However, she actually denied herself to kill a Wookiee when she was young. So I guess that's like a trial for all these Trandoshans when they grow up, is they have to kill a Wookiee, and she decides not to, and she becomes dishonored from her tribe, and I guess she leaves. It's nice seeing that the stigma is played with this Trandoshan as far as they're usually these cunning, ruthless, blood frenzy things, and she isn't in this case. I also liked seeing the bickering between her and Win-Loss. Like, they are this very odd couple, but there is this little hint of romanticism along in this comic, which is very interesting, very weird. Dr. Aphra, liked seeing her cunning as always. She's always making these crazy plans, and I liked hearing more about this beast that they were going after. It's called a Shadowfang, and it is from the 100-Year Darkness. Now, I'm not sure if that's ever been mentioned in Star Wars before, but it definitely seems like something that we could get more exploration. I don't know if it was in Dr. Aphra before. I'm sure it probably was because she deals with the past and history because she is an archaeologist. So next week, you guys can look forward to The Last Jedi, adaptation number 6. I believe that is the final issue in that adaptation. We also have Darth Vader, issue number 21, which will pick us up on Mustafar with Vader building his castle. So what did you guys think of this week's releases? Are you picking up Solo Novelization? Are you enjoying Doctor Aphra's Annual? And what about the Star Wars series? Are you enjoying it as much as I am? Let's talk about it all in that comment section down below there. My name is Starrapter. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I have plenty of Star Wars content that I release on a weekly basis, so if you subscribe, you'll never miss another video. Again, my name is Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.